Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is a video on how to learn Python basics. I'll talk about the methods and the courses that I've taken myself, which hopefully can help you save some time in this part of your learning journey. Learning basics in Python can be the easiest, but also the most difficult part. It's easy because there is a playbook, and all you need to do is to find and go through an online training course. It can be a little bit dull and boring at the start because you're going to deal with loads of theories. It's also a passive learning pattern, and you'll love if you can still remember 20% of the stuff at the end of a course. But don't worry, that's all you need at the beginning, because you have tons of opportunities to review those topics later on when you start working on real-life projects. All you need to do here is really just to render some initial memories. When people talk about list or dictionary, if you're able to infer that they might be having a conversation about Python, then the job here is done. When you revisit those topics, knowledge will stick to your memory a lot more than the start, as the learning will turn into an active pattern from passive. In my own case, I tried out 2 ways to go through an online training course. And by the way, I've never managed to go through an online course end to end. So I guess sometimes if you learn something from course A and something from course B, that's absolutely fine. The approach that really worked for me was to go through 1 or 2 sections every day, either in the morning or in the evening. During this pandemic lockdown, that's definitely achievable. And some online course providers do have good mobile apps too, which means you can take them during your daily commute, even when things go back to normal. Following this approach, very likely you'll be able to scan through at least 1 online training course within a month without much frustration that could be caused by missing targets, and you know all the basics. The other approach is to dedicate 1 or 2 of your weekends to have an intensive Python crash course. Well, this approach is a bit aggressive and didn't work very well for myself, as it does require a lot of willpower and a great ability to absorb an overwhelming amount of new information within a very short period of time. Well, today there are really loads of online training courses available, and most of them can fulfill your need of learning basics. However, since it's still a very serious time investment after all, it will still be good to use a few criteria to choose the best one for you. In my own case, I chose those courses that solve a problem that I'm really interested in. It could be using Python to build a web-based application, or using Python to build a dashboard, or it could be using Python to build a trading algorithm. The reason being, those courses would normally cover all the necessary basics anyway, but in the meantime, they're generally quite easy to digest, and you have good quality solution to a problem that you're genuinely interested in at the end of a course. The first online training course provider I used a couple of years ago was Udemy. It's very famous, and they're still doing quite well as an online training marketplace. The courses on there balance the theory and examples quite well, and you can find example solutions in the project resources too, which you can easily lift and shift to your own Python problem. It has really good content coverage, so it's definitely a good start for your coding adventure. Well, another online course provider I used was Datacamp. This website is really good in terms of its interactive and engagement element. After each section, it asks you to complete an exercise before you can proceed to the next one. That really addresses the passive learning issue really well. Also, you can use its mobile app to complete some mini exercises whether you're waiting for a train or during your commute, which can make your learning really flexible and efficient. Both Udemy and Datacamp cost a bit of money. Udemy charges customer on a course-by-course basis, whereby Datacamp is following a subscription model. It shouldn't cost you more than £30 or $40 to learn the basics. Just considering how popular Python is nowadays, it would definitely be worth the money. So that's all for today. You can find the links to the courses that I've taken in the video description. Hope you can help you get started and find the right course for you. And I'll see you next time. Bye!